Yeah. Good morning, everyone. So let's begin the session now, guys. So everyone. So guys, let's begin the session here for the day. As already we have seen in the session, the Azure data engineering. What is in Azure data engineering? Okay, guys. So what is Azure data engineering? Everyone. So everyone, guys, the Azure data engineering. Okay, guys, Azure data engineering. Okay, is nothing but it's a bunch of a cloud service. It's a bunch of cloud services. It's a bunch of cloud services. Okay, it is a bunch of cloud services. So what is Azure data engineering? So we can say, guys, Azure is the name used by the Microsoft to market its cloud services, and then data is the data, guys. Normally, that is the information is called as a data, and engineering is nothing but application of techniques, guys, on the data. So overall, I can say, guys, application of techniques on the data. Overall, it is called as what? Application of techniques on the data. Application of what is it, guys? Techniques on the data. So hence we call it here as what? Data engineering. So the Azure data engineering is nothing but application of techniques on the data by using the Azure. So Azure is the name used by the Microsoft. As you know that to market their cloud services. Azure is a name used by the Microsoft to market their cloud services. So the Azure data engineering, as it's a bunch of cloud services, the following are the cloud services we have it, guys. The following are the cloud services we have it in this Azure data engineering. What is it, guys? The first one we can say it as a ADF, and the next one you can say, guys, here it is a ADB. So ADB. So ADB we always use with a language, okay, called what is that? PySpark. PySpark, where the PySpark is nothing but it's a combination of Python plus Spark. PySpark. PySpark, guys. Python plus Spark. So again, the next one is what already have it, guys? Synapse. Synapse. Okay. ADF, ADB, and then you have what's that? Synapse, guys. ADF, ADB, then you have Synapse. Then the next one you have it as what? ADF, ADB, Synapse, and then you have what's that, guys? Machine learning. That is called as Azure Machine Learning, and then we have the Azure Open AI, guys. Okay, so the Open AI. The next one you have it as what, guys? The very recently introduced called as Azure Fabric. Azure Fabric. So these are all the anyways, many more are there. I'm just listing out few of it. Okay. ADF, ADBs, Synapse, machine learning, open AI, and Fabric. So guys, these are all the can you see here. These are all the can you see here. These are all the things we have it, guys. Azure data engineering is nothing but, guys. Azure data engineering is nothing but it's a bunch of cloud services, and these are all the cloud services we have it. As you already know, using the Azure data engineering, you can perform the following task. What is it, guys? Data migration job. We can perform the data migration. Then you have what's it? Data integration, data migration, data integration. Then you have the data summarization, data migration, data integration, data summarization, and then we have what's it? Data visualization. Data visualization. So these are all the things you have what's it? Data migration, data integration, data summarization, and as well as the data visualization. So these are all the jobs we can perform it by using the Azure data engineering, guys. So what are all these jobs? We have already discussed it yesterday. How does the data migration works? How does the data integration works? And as well as how does the data summarization works? And how does the data visualization works? These all we have seen it yesterday. Now, guys, let's move further here today. Today, we'll start with what is it, guys? What is basically the data is? So what do you mean by data, guys? Everyone. Data is nothing but everyone. Data is nothing but what, guys? Data is nothing but information is referred as the data. Everyone, guys, data is nothing but what? Information is referred as the data, guys. Information is referred as data. Always, guys. Information is referred as what is that, guys? Data. So, guys, here we have what's that? Information is referred as what? Data. And now tell me, what are the sources of getting the data, guys? Everyone. Yeah. What are the sources of getting the data? What are the sources of getting the data, guys? So you can say source of data. Guys, even source of data. What is the source of data? Always we can get the data from the various, okay, always we can get the data from various, they are the, we have the many guide sources. So some of the source I can list it out here as a social networking sites. Social networking sites. So social networking sites, okay. Social networking sites. So we can get the data from the social networking sites. What is the social networking sites, guys? You know already, everyone. So what is social networking sites? You have the Facebook, FB, we call it as here. And then you have what's that? Insta is there. That is Instagram. FB is that is but the Facebook. And then you have the Instagram, guys. Then you have what's that? Twitter, which we call it as X now. Nowadays, we are calling it as X. Okay. Facebook, Insta, Twitter, and then you have what's it, guys? Okay, then we have what's that? Insta. Then we have WhatsApp, WhatsApp. Okay, guys, WhatsApp, and then you have what is it, guys? Even you can say, that is something, but Snapchat. These are all what? These are all the social networking sites from where we can get the data. And this data, which we receive it from these sources, is called as what, guys? Huge volume of the data. What's that? Huge volume of the data. Huge volume of the data. Okay. Huge volume of data. Huge volume of data. It is called as what? Huge volume of data. That is massive data, you can say. Okay. So apart from this, what is the other sources of data, guys? You can also say, you can also get the data or the information, guys. We can also get the data or the information from the source of data. From the source of data, what is it, guys? From the applications. What kind of applications, guys? We can get the data from the applications. We can get the data from the applications. Okay, applications. We can get the data from the applications. What kind of applications? Let us say banking applications. That means the data which we received from the banking applications. Okay, the data which we received from the applications, that is called as what? Banking applications. That means banking applications are always used in the banking sector. So these applications generates the massive amount of data. This generates what's the data, guys. And this data is which how much in nature, guys? It will be huge volume in the nature. It is called as what? Huge volume, or you can say massive amount of data. I use any terminology, guys, whether it is massive amount of data or huge volume of data, everything is one or the same, guys. Then apart from this, guys, nowadays we are also getting the data from a very major and a crucial source of data that we call it here as what, guys? Live streaming process. Live streaming process. So what is it? Live streaming process, guys? We always get the data from the live streaming process. Means what, everyone? Live streaming process is nothing but what? We get the data from the, guys, you have the stock market is there, no? So where the live streaming will takes place. That means live, the stocks will be sold here live. That means the market will start at 10 and end at 3 p.m. every day. Am I right? So can you see here? So whatever the market we have it, whatever the purchases we do it, we will can you see here? That is nothing but every second wise it will change. Am I right? Yes, guys. Every second wise it will change. Every second. This is a continuous changing process, guys. Where continuously you receive the data, continuously you sell the data. That is continuously you receive the data, Based on that, you will take the actions, guys. So hence we can say, guys, we can receive the data from the live streaming process, such as the stock market is there, live streaming, live cricket match is going on. That is also called as what? Live streaming data, guys. So all kind of a thing is called as what, guys? Live data. This is called as what? Live data here. Okay. So when you talk about the live data nowadays, it's a very, where we have got the live streaming always. Okay. From where we can get the massive amount of data. So this data is also called as what, guys? Big data. So here, whether you say it as a big data or the massive amount of data or the huge volume of data or any other kind of a data, guys, that is one or the same, guys. And we can also get the data, everyone, from another two things important, which you can say, that is something but human generated data and machine generated data. We can also get the data from the machine generated and human generated data. We can also get the data from the human generated or the machine generated. We can also get the data from what is it? Human generated and the machine generated data. We can also get, what is it, guys? Human generated data or the machine generated data. That means the data which we receive it, okay, with the data which we receive it, yes, guys, the data which we receive it, okay, from the machineries, the data which we get it from the machineries, okay, so the data which we get it from the machineries, or it can be generated by the human, that is you and me, are called as, what is that? Human. So we generate the data here. So all this kind of a data is called as what, guys? Everyone, all this kind of a data is called as what? Big data only. Okay, guys, big data. Okay, big data. Then apart from this, you can say anything. Big data or massive amount of data is one are the same. What are the other source of getting the data, guys? We can also say we can get the data from the what's the next thing, guys? We can also get the data from the IoT sensors. IoT sensors means what, guys? These sensors generates or these sensors generates or captures the data such as what's the temperature, pressure, gas, wind speed, etc. So these are all the sensors case. So now, when you talk about the sensor case, so sensors are nothing but what? Whenever you travel somewhere, that is nothing but in the beginning, or that is in the starting, on the beginning of any, if you are entering some villages or some city, you will find a big table fan structure. Big fans will be affixed there, rotating very slowly. What it does actually? It actually, what, guys? What it does here? It actually captures. It always captures, what's it? The wind speed. It will be towards it. It captures the wind speed. Am I right? So all those are called as what? Sensors. So how it captures the data? The same table fan type of structures you have it, that will be attached. That will be attached to a system, and that is attached to a computer for where the data will be keep on recording. So hence this kind of a data is called as what, guys? Big data only. Many more categories are there, guys, but okay, I think we have enough to discuss now. So guys, what should you have it? Big data. So that means what? Big data is nothing but the massive amount of data or the huge volume of the data is called as what? Big data. The massive amount of data or the huge volume of the data is called as what, guys? Big data. So whether you say the big data or the massive amount of data or the huge volume of the data, it is one or the same, guys. It is one or the same, you can say, guys. Okay. So I can say the big volume of the data, huge data, or guys, huge data, all these terminologies are one or the same, guys. But when we talk about the huge data, guys, or the big data is classified, everyone. The big data is classified into three categories. The big data is classified into what? Three categories. What are those? The first category, guys, you can say structured data. Okay, everyone, structured data. And the second one is called as what? Semi-structured data. And the third one you can say, guys, unstructured data. So guys, here you can say what's it? Structured data, semi-structured data, and as well as the unstructured data, guys. So here we can say what, guys? Structured data, semi-structured data, and as well as the unstructured data. Unstructured data. These are the three varieties of data always you can have under the big data. So when you talk about the big structured data, guys, what do you mean structured data? Everyone, what do you mean by structured data? Structured data is nothing but the data which is kept and recorded in the form of a table. That is nothing but what? When you talk about the table, guys, the table is the collection of what's that? Rows and columns. The table is the collection of what, guys, everyone? The table is the collection of what? Rows and columns. The table is a collection of what? Rows and columns. Here you can say what's it, guys? The table is a collection of rows and columns. So here you can say name, ID, job, then you have salary. These are the four columns you have it. These are called as what? Columns, guys. So I'm writing the rows here. I'm using the alien. Alien is the name of an employee, or I can say, guys, here I can say some ID number like this. So I can say, guys, this is a table and the table name is EMP, that is called as employees. This information is related to some employees, guys. Okay. So I'm just giving the information here. So I'm using what's it? Alien in here. So I'm using the alien. This is the ID number of the same, guys. This is the ID number. So I'm using the job. Job is what? Clerk. And the salary, let's just say it here as a 60,000. Then you have what's it? Bobby, senior clerk. Uh, just give it here. 70,000. Then you have what's Carol or Carl, you can say something like this. Then you can say, guys, software engineer, 90,000. So these are all called, what is it, guys? Can you see it? This is called as a simple table where it's a collection of what's that? Rows and columns. These are the rows and these are the columns, guys. So hence this is called as what? Structured data. Structured data means what? Any user can easily understand. The data which is easily understood by any user is called as what, guys? Structured data. The data which anyone can understand it, guys. The data which anyone can understand. The data which anyone can understand very easily. It is called as what, guys? Structured data. The data which is, guys, any user can understand it. Okay, need not be a technical man, guys. Simply, if you, as a layman, just look into the data, you can say that this data is related to some employees. Am I right? And the salaries of the employees and the designation of the employees it's given, you can say. This is called as a simple structured data, guys. Okay. So the simple structured data, we can have it as what? A part of big data. Then the next one, what is it? You have it, guys, everyone. You have the next one as what, guys? Semi-structured data. What is semi-structured data? The data which is recorded. Okay, guys, not fully structured. You cannot understand this data fully, but still you can understand it. The data which is recorded in the form of a JSON, in the form of a XML, it is called as extendable markup language, or you can say HTML. These all called as what, guys? Semi-structured files or semi-structured data. So the data which is recorded in these files is called as what? Semi-structured data. Now, I'll explain you what is JSON. JSON stands for what is that, guys? JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation File. JavaScript Object Notation File. What should you have it? JavaScript Object Notation File. Here you can say, guys, JavaScript Object Notation File. Everyone. It is called as what? JavaScript Object Notation File. JavaScript Object Notation File. JSON. It is called as what? JavaScript Object Notation File. Yes, everyone. Okay. JavaScript Object Notation File. Now, the data here in the JavaScript Object Notation File is recorded in the form of what is that, guys? Key value pair. It is recorded in the form of what is that, guys? Everyone, key value pair. So I'm using key value pair. The data is recorded in the form of what is that, guys? Key value pair. So what is a key, what is a value, and what is a pair? Let's try to understand the same, guys. Okay. So what is a key, what is a value, and what is a pair? I will try to understand this. Okay. So I'll write the same above data, which you have it here, everyone. I'll write the same above data in the JSON form here. Okay. I'll write down the same data in the JSON format. So how to write the data, guys? So for that, I'm just writing it here. Key. Key means what, guys, everyone? This key represents, guys, the column. So what are the columns here? You have it. Name, ID, job, and salary. Name, ID, job, and salary, guys, everyone. Okay. Name, ID, job, and salary. Name, ID, job, and salary, guys. Okay. These are the things we have. Name, ID. Name, ID, job, and salary. Everyone. Name, ID, job, and salary. Okay. So we have what's that, guys? Name, ID, job, and salary. Okay. So we have what's that? Name, ID, job, and salary. These are the columns we have it. Let's try to write it here in the JSON format. So I'm using the key. First of all, I'll take the key. So always the data in the JSON format is recorded in the form of curly braces, guys. These are called as curly braces, where this is called as the opening brace and this is called as the closing brace. Okay, that is nothing but opening brace and closing brace, curly braces. It is recorded. So now I'm writing the first column here. The columns are nothing but, guys, first is nothing but name now. So name, I'm writing it here, and always make sure the name here, it is a key actually. And make sure always the keys are recorded in the form of a double quotes. The keys are always recorded in the form of what, guys? Double quotes, double quotation marks. The keys are always recorded in the double quotation marks. Then use a colon here, followed by its value. What is the value you have it, guys? Tell me now. ALN is the value. Am I right, everyone? So ALN is the first value. So I can use it here, guys, everyone. Double quotes, under the double quotes, because this is the character data, guys, everyone. So here you have to write what, everyone? Double quotes and followed by what's it, guys? Double quotes followed by next comma. Yeah, another row is there, so take a comma here. Come to the next line. Now again, what is that? Make sure the keys you have to give to always in the double quotes only, whether it is a character or integer. Now ID is an integer now, guys. Integer means what? Numeric data. So now I'm just coming here, everyone. Now what's the value you have it? 334. You don't need to mention it in the quotes here, guys, when you have numerical data. Again, the next one. Next, what is the column you have it, guys, everyone? So here you have the column called what's it? Everyone, I'm using the quotes here. What's that again? Bobby. Bobby. Sorry. What should you have it, guys? Job. Job is there. So I'm using what's a job now? Everyone, what's a job here? Job is a character now. So again, you have to use what? Clerk. Then use a comma. Now mention it here again. Guys, everyone. So I'm using what's it? Salary. Salary is what, everyone? It's a decimal or integer. You can say anything. But if you use an integer or decimal directly, you can write without the quotation marks here. If you mention it the quotation marks, it is considered as the character data, guys. Now it is done. Now the first row you have entered it, so this is called as the first row. You have entered the first row now, guys. So after the first row is completed, everyone, so you have to use a comma here. Now you can start entering the second row, guys. Now you can start entering the second row here. So what is the second row, guys, everyone? Second row is what? Bobby. And then you have what's it, guys? Second row is what? 443. And the next one is what's it, guys? Senior clerk. Yes, sir. Dot clerk. And the salary is 70,000. That's it. Again, you have one more comma. Why? Because, guys, everyone. Now, again, the next row is there. I'm just taking the next row. Now here, come down. Now just give it here, the third row. Third row is what, guys? Carol. And now what's the next thing you have it, guys? Here you have the ID number as 543. And the job is what? Software engineer. And then you overhead, guys, everyone. 90,000. That's it, guys. Here you have a data. Now this is the finally there is no further rows here. Finally, you don't have any further rows. So this is called as what, guys, everyone? This is called as a JSON formatted data. Everyone, this is called as what, guys? Semi-structured data called JSON format data. Oh, I hope everyone is clear with this, guys. Okay. So this is the one you have it. So now 80% of the data, guys, everyone, 80% of the data, you'll get it in, can you see here? Oh, sorry. 20% of the data, you will get it in this format here. 20%. That means 20% is structured and as well as in semi-structured. Only 20% of the data you will get it here, guys. But next rest of the 80%, how do you get it? The 80% of the data for a data engineer is received here, guys, is received here in the following, that is in the unstructured format. That is in the unstructured format, guys, in the unstructured format, which is the third one. So you can say unstructured format. So what is that? 80% of the data you will receive it in the unstructured format here. So 80% of the data. So what is my 80% of the data, guys? The 80% of the data you will receive it in the unstructured format. So what's the unstructured format? You can say, guys, your photos, your photos in the mobile phone, your photos in the mobile phone. Then you have the videos. Then you have the chat history, photos, videos, chat histories. Okay. Then voice notes. All this, can you share? All this comes under what's it, guys? Unstructured data. So now as a data engineer, you will have to deal with all the three kind of data. What is that three kind of data, guys? You will have to deal with the structured data, semi-structured data, and the unstructured data. And most of the times, you will have to convert the unstructured data to what is that, guys? Semi-structured, and then semi-structured to what? Structured. These are all the formats of data we have. Okay, guys. So as a data engineer, we are going to do all the things, guys. And now that's it, guys. And as a part of this session, guys, from tomorrow onwards, that is Saturday, we have the session tomorrow. So from tomorrow onwards, we are going to start with the first that is called as what? ADF. What is the practicals we are going to start it from tomorrow? That is called as what? Azure Data Factory. We are going to start it from tomorrow. Okay. Or the that is nothing, but we will see anyways the introduction about all. What is IDF, what is ADB, and what is Synapse. Okay. So tomorrow we'll start up with this one. So before you move ahead tomorrow, just I wanted you, every one of you, to take your subscriptions, which is already provided by the Azure here, because you can start the practicals immediately after the session is completed. Okay, guys. So I'm using it here. What are the things we have it? So I'm using it. So how to take your subscription? So I'm using it. First of all, use the azure.com. Just type the web page called azure.com. So I'm just typing it here, everyone. Just have a look on this. Azure.com. So here you can say sign in, guys, everyone. You can say sign in if already you are there. If not, you are can see here. You can say get started here, and you try Azure for free. Means if you are using for the first time, you can just try Azure for free. And already I'm registered, so it's giving my mail ID, or else it will ask you your name, your mail ID, your PAN card number, debit or credit card number. It will ask you, which will charge you only 2 rupees for confirmation purpose, and the same 2 rupees will be returned to you in a within 8 days. So it's totally free only. So you will be provided with a 16,000 free credit card, which you can utilize it instead of paying the cost for the first 1 month, guys. Later on, you have to pay it and take the subscription. Pay as you go model. You have to go it for. Okay. So that's the thing we have it, guys. Can here. Pay as you go model. It will automatically update from the free subscription to pay as you go model. So once it is done, guys, can you see here? This is the final page which will be rerouting it to you. After you create the subscription, this will be the final page where you will get. This is the page actually you have it. Okay. So this is the everything we'll be working on the cloud, guys. Can you see it? Azure Fabric is there, Azure Databricks is there, and then your website Data Factory means ADF is there, and then your website, guys, SQL DB is here. Everything. These are all the services we are going to see it here as a part of the session, guys. And now, if you want any doubts, if you have it, please ask me. Go ahead and ask me the doubts, guys. If you have any, please.
Sir, mostly 80% data will be unstructured, right?
Yeah.
Unstructured or semi-structured?
Yes. 100%.
Is it unstructured or semi-structured most of the time?
Most of the time semi-structured or unstructured. Most semi-structured will be most rather than the unstructured. Also, semi-structured will be the most type of data you will have it, because directly you will be taking it from the REST APIs.
Okay. So
So
we can say that 80% is structured, sorry, unstructured and semi-structured, right?
yeah.
Okay, okay. And one more thing, like, are we directly starting from ADF or like some other services? First, like,
We'll
how
be
is the
starting with
flow
the
in the
ADF only. We'll be starting with the ADF.
okay, then we'll go with ADB, right?
ADB, yes. Then we'll go with the ADB.
Okay, okay.
And finally, we'll see the Synapse and the project.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So any other questions apart from this?
Hi, sir. This is Venkatesh.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, like will you have PySpark in this session?
Obviously, we are going to see the ADB with the PySpark, as already I've discussed here. ADB we are going to see with the PySpark only. You can see here, I wrote it here, na? ADB with PySpark.
Okay, sure, sure.
So that's it now. Any other questions? Okay, so that's it, guys. Tomorrow, the same time. That is nothing but the same time you have it. and that is 9 o'clock. This will be a standard timing says. So tomorrow it will be a paid link. So all of you just go and get registered. Okay. So that's it for the day now. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for attending the session. Bye-bye.